We're starting the morning off pretty strong, and check this out. Nvidia is actually just about to make some new lows. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a little bit more to my short position. I currently have 1,400 shares, which is a small light position of about $150,000. Adding another 600 shares, which is roughly around $64,000. So we'll see if we continue to show signs of progress on the downside. We took advantage of a beautiful short opportunity during today's live trading session. I would recommend that if you are part of my LPP team, that you go back and watch today's live trading session from start to finish. You see me enter this short position and then add more as direction becomes favorable, from overbought levels of 109.65 to then closing it out at lows of 107. And there's still room. There's still room for this thing to continue to sell off. That's what we're looking for right now. So I'm up about $7,200 on the day. And if it breaks the support at the moving average, then I'll add more to my short position as it continues to sell off. I want to remind you, my short position was much more than the 1,400 shares that I just had. The 1,400 shares I just re-entered when it got rejected once again, and it's coming back to retest. I want to make sure that I am only shorting Nvidia if it's actively showing signs of progress. And it was showing signs of support here, so I was kind of uncertain. And as of right now, I mean, it's still showing signs of kind of support. That being said, if it breaks below this moving average, based off of pre-market support of 104 to around 105, that's the price target that I would be looking for. If Nvidia finds its support here, which is definitely a possibility, and begins to recover and breaks back above that EMA, then I'll close out my short position, accepting the small loss or the loss that I end up taking. With that being said, I'm not surprised by any means of how Nvidia traded today. There's nothing new about how it traded. If you look at the 5-minute time frame, exactly what it did yesterday is exactly what it did today. It was a perfect setup to short. That's all I could say from that. Just like yesterday, we made $14,000 actively shorting Nvidia yesterday. Remember, I made $14,000 not with a small account. I trade with a few $100,000. So please make sure you take that into consideration. I say that because I want you to use my account size into consideration with how much it is that I trade with. I don't trade options. I trade shares. That being said, really nice to be able to take advantage of a very simple trade setup. Same resistance range, same support range. Overbought, oversold levels, overbought, oversold levels. And there it goes. As we are actively dropping, I will add more to my trade. So I'll add a few more shares short, and we'll see. I got to update my LPP team. All right. And that's the beautiful part about trading an active downtrend is, I could open up short here and then you buy them back to cover. So it looks like Nvidia is still kind of going through its bad rut. There were a series of economic reports that were released during today's pre-market and normal trading hour session. The pre-market were the initial claims and continuing claims, where less people are filing for unemployment than what was expected, 227K versus the expectation of 231K. And then for continuing claims, we came in pretty much almost as expected, a little bit lower. So not necessarily bad news, but it looks like the market originally tried to gap up, and it did that like yesterday, where we view that somewhat to be a bull trap. The only people that freak out on these pullbacks are those that did not prepare. Market sentiment overall, if you look at it on the 1 hour time frame, it's still bearish. I don't care what you say that, markets are going to recover. Sure, when that opportunity presents itself. But as of right now, it's in the territory for the bears. We're bearish. We're below EMA. We're below moving average. That's exactly what Nvidia is showing. And that's exactly what the NASDAQ market is showing. Signs of bearish rejection. Now, again, we got rejected off that EMA. If we break above that EMA, just like I talked about yesterday, if we actually begin to show signs of recovery, that would be a different story, right? That's around 110 per share for Nvidia. If we break below 104, get ready for some selling pressure, because what we've seen so far is nothing in comparison to what it would look like from 104 all the way back down to $90 per share. So I'm very excited to follow up. And again, I don't just talk about these things. I trade it every single day live in front of my LPP team. And whenever you're ready to sign up to watch me trade live, again, it's the second link in the description down below. If you want access, if you want to continue to try to figure this out all on your own, be my guest. But if you're tired of overcomplicating your trading and you think that it would be more valuable to watch me trade live every day so you can learn from the thought process behind every trade I take, second link in the description down below. You can sign up today and watch me trade live as soon as tomorrow. Do not forget, again, if you have any questions, you could also message me via Discord, and that's the first link in the description down below, or via Instagram, which is also linked in the description down below. I appreciate your time. I hope that earned a thumbs up. Please consider subscribing. And like always, let's make sure that we end the year on a green note. Take care, team.